Previously on Chains of Asmodeus. In the aftermath of their last fight, despite Timon's warnings, Mek kept the fragment of a book the possessed neutral had thrown to him. As they headed to rest from across the Great Plain, a terrifying beast, an amalgamation of the horror they had seen so far, crashed from the sand and hurtled towards the party. Mek, Toric, and seemingly Timon were all overwhelmed by the hopelessness of their crusade, with only Ella's faith holding out. As she tried to rally the party, Toric's symbol from his fallen love began to glow, and the divine intervened to save the party. As Timon briefly left to reconstitute himself, Toric and Ella attempted to take the boat's reins. Toric's forcefulness was ill-suited to the task, but Ella managed the subtle art, and she led the vessel to the Hell's Gate. Parading through were a heavy throng of the lamenting damned. The party used guile to slip through the gates where it stood unguarded. However, a demon spotted them, and combat ensued. Timon managed to find a hidden path, and with his magic beckoned the walls of hell to open, guiding the party to a soothing place, Limbo, an everlasting mansion for the godless heroes, those who had earned heaven but had none to go to. Timon left them in Limbo's placid garden as he searched for an old friend, and the party explored, excited to meet the legends of the past. They met Volo, who had found an eternity of gentle peace hellishly dull, and bandied crooked words with the great Elminster, grown peevish from soft eternities, without challenge or difficulty. The great warrior burst into view, and after a brief play, the party told this band of heroes who they were, how they got here, and who had guided them.
Beautifully done. Thank you so much. Inspiration for thee, and for your children, and for your children's children. So yeah, you've told the party about Timon, how he led you here. Elminster has been gruff. The warrior has been playful, a bit like a large dog. Volo turns to you all. Oh, don't mind Elminster. I think it's probably want of cheese that's caused him such mischief. There's no cheese here, just this delicious fruit. After about 1,000 years eating the highly delicious sweet fruit, it becomes pretty ghastly. But I don't suppose any of you would fancy something a little more interesting.
So I believe at the end of last session, Ella had recognised that Elminster definitely recognised the name of Timon. Correct me if I am wrong. Well, if you're offering food, I'd certainly not say no, as long as it's not some imaginary hellfire.
Oh, the food here is plentiful, ceaseless, and free from any branch. No, this is a little memento that I kept with me as I went to this lovely, delightful place.
Well, you said you'd been here quite some time. Is this food safe to eat?
Volo sits up, leaves a very large, quite beautiful-looking book beside him, walks up to a tree, kind of overburdened with thick, gorgeous fruit. He plucks, and he carries it to you. Here, taste to your heart's content.
A little hesitant, but it does look pretty good.
He hands some fruit to all of you. Brightly coloured, shining, some in droops, some in whole heaving bunches. Soft to the touch, tangy to the odour.
Sure, I will eat the fruit.
I'll pretend to eat the fruit.
Ella would definitely eat this fruit.
Okay then. I'm just a picture. imagining a sort of oddly shaped banana, sort of one that's doubling back and swirling around, almost like musical notes. He hands to you, Ella. And to you, Toric, he hands what looks to be a sumptuous apple, but of a deep and burnished purple colour. To you, Mek, he hands what looks to be a fist-sized watermelon, but of deepest yellow.
Yeah, I pretend to swallow that whole.
Is that going to be probably a sleight of hand check?
Sure. That was almost an 18. Oh, I'm boat. Sorry, I'm not. I did not click mech, I click boat.
Are you going to play as boat for the rest of this campaign?
Damn, this boat's got a good sleight of hand.
So,
I will sort of take a bite of this purple fruit and probably chew it about 20-25 times. Reluctant to swallow it.
So specific.
And Ella, what do you do?
I'm just eating the fruit like normal fruit. Ella's been given fruit, she's gonna eat it.
I was like, what the hell are these guys doing?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you fail the sleight of hand check, Mek?
I think like a child, or like a father trying to amuse their child, I go to pretend like I'm like eating it, pushing it behind my head, and then I just drop it. It falls on the ground, and I look like a fool.
Ori just looks at you quizzically. Okay then, Toric, as you bite into this shining purple apple, with each droplet of juice that touches your mouth and touches your taste buds, each one is like a symphony of glistening, shining, slightly citrusy and tart flavors. Delicious, sumptuous fruit, one that any king would be envious of. And to you, Ella, with each bite of this caramelly, soft, milky, sweet fruit, this is like a balm that would be given to an injured child at its bedside by a loving grandmother. Each bite, you feel more comforted, more warm and rosy. You feel delightful and happy.
I think this might be the best thing I've ever eaten.
It's not bad. And I will take out my dagger and proceed to cut this purple apple into sort of slices to snack on.
It slices like a dream. As you say this is the best thing you've ever eaten, Elminster looks at you and just tuts. Try eating it for 5,000 years, sweetheart. He goes over here near a tree to be miserable.
Hold on. I suppose I can understand why this place might be boring and awful after such a long time. Is there... What god runs this place? Is there nothing you can do? No one you can... I can't imagine that they would just let you languish here forever.
I don't imagine languishing is what they intended. Yes, we have no gods. We all lived lives of glory and godlessness. But now we have this eternal gift, its own little touch of paradise. Yes, whose intention was this place? To be honest, I'm not entirely certain where we are. All I do is, he taps his book, all I do is write about all of the glories of the people here. All the thousands of years of collected beauty, all their miracles.
See, I think I'm kind of look to the others. Right, I guess I don't know exactly where this is, but I believe we're in hell when we came here. So I think, maybe this is this was related somehow? It seems odd that you would... It seems almost like some type of stick punishment in a way rather than reward, if I'm being honest.
The first few thousand years, everything was delightful. Yes. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I've been here so long. You know, I've just been listening to the same stories, writing them down, eating all the fruit I can eat. How about we do something fun? And then he suddenly smiles.
Should be fun, I guess.
Okay?
Now, which one of you three young adventurers wants to do something, well, a little bit dangerous, but something rather delightful?
Just look to the other two members.
If you want us to, I guess I will. If that would make you happy.
We all should, I mean... seems fun.
And this man's trying to waste our time. We're supposed to be here finding our beloved and stopping whatever was going on with that evil leader.
Well, truly we are here for a rest. I mean, we are kind of killing time, waiting for Timon, or Timon, however he says his name. But, up to you.
Can I just kind of whisper to Toric? Toric, look at them. They really need this. Some type of... something different.
Very well. I'll do something dangerous and delightful, as you put it. But let me ask you first, Folo. You say you've got experience with the great heroes and adventurers of the realm. Does the name Timon mean anything to you? He claimed he'd already been here to the Hells before. I feel like that's the sort of thing a scholar like yourself would write down.
It's just check. You could reach to the back of his book, which is gargantuan, goes to the end, sort of searches at words. Timandra, Timonides, teapot. No Timon. Does vaguely ring a bell, though. Must say.
He said he was the poet of Agetho, who he claimed to be the worst man to ever rule.
You said it's some kind of jester of an old king?
Right. Does that name mean anything to you?
Reads for his book. Agamemnon, Aegyptus. No, Agatho. Again, there is something. I don't know. Something vaguely comes to mind, but nothing solid.
Can I... does this guy seem like he's actually looking in his book? Or is he just trying to, trick us, I guess? Like, can I kind of just peek over as he's, paging through his book to see if I can see if the name, like, Agetho or Timon is really in there, and he's just kind of, not saying so?
The book is enormous. The writing is quite small. He makes no attempts to hide what he's doing. If you're standing behind his shoulder, you can see his finger running across the words. I suppose, yeah, it's a little small, but you've read through all of the volumes, all of the 9 sacred volumes of, of holy suffering. You're used to small script. There is no Timon, there is no Agatho in the book.
The small script is part of the suffering. That is odd. Well, anyway, what is this dangerous but delightful thing you wanted of us?
Well, on my last adventure, while I still trod across the world, as he's doing this, he kind of gets up on this bench and starts walking back and forth as if he's performing out to you all. I came to a beautiful land, a land of hoarfrost, where dragons breathed frozen flame, and I came upon a delightful old adventurer, withered and gnarled, barely more than a lump of skin and wrinkles, and old shiny scales. He claimed to have been a pirate once, an old wilted hat upon his head, and from his eye socket he plucked this, and he shows all of you this shining bright eyeball. He gave it to me. Apparently he liked the story I was writing about him. I'm not sure if I've ever finished the story. Can't quite recall the name.
You have his eye, but you can't even recall his name?
Yes. Yeah, it's, gone. Rather odd. Well, anyway, who wants an upgrade?
I look to the party, and I still kind of fanboying. I look to them. Are you guys interested in his offer?
So, just to be clear, you took a man's eye, and now you're asking if we want his eye.
I
Well,
was
it's a
given
gift, obviously.
this gift in return for telling a story by an old kobold who didn't have much left going in the tooth, shall it were. It's of no use to me, but perhaps to one of you. I hear tell it has some rather magical properties. Helped an adventurer long ago, perhaps it'll help you in your adventures too.
Right. And we all have, 2 eyes. Does that mean we'd have to, get rid of one to fit that one in?
There's a little mischievous smile curls up his face. Well, it was something I was working on when I was still alive. You know, writing, ocular surgery. I wanted to be the double threat.
Well, sounds wonderful to me.
He hops up up and down on each of his feet. Ooh, this is exciting.
Mek, are you
I looked
sure
at
about that? Do you really want
Well,
him to do surgery on you?
it's like getting a tattoo from one of your favorite artists. It's kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm still not even sure whether or not I'm dead, so let's do it!
Well, he says it might help us, so if it'll help us, then I'm willing to let Mek lose his eye for it.
I've always been into body modifications, so this is right up my alley.
He's giddy like a little schoolboy. If anyone want to check this thing over, and he just tosses the eye high up in the air and lets any of you catch it if you wish to.
Sure. I mean, I'll catch it and like show it off to the rest of the party so everyone can get a good look.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's not bad for the person who
legit.
can't inspire himself.
That's true. Can I think Ella would be quite worried about Volo, who seems perhaps unqualified to do ocular surgery. I think she would can she check this eye to make sure it would actually fit in Mek's skull and just make sure that nothing goes wrong, I guess.
Just holding, if you sort of look at the eye, you think it would fit. Maybe slightly larger than his current eye, but you think it would fit underneath the old blinkers there. Do you want to oversee things, are you saying?
Right, maybe I can just make sure you don't accidentally kill my friend. I've healed a fair bit of people myself, so. Not that I'm saying that you're not good at surgery or anything, I just, better safe than sorry.
I've done this thing dozens of times on apples, but do you perhaps have some sort of nurse's outfit? That would be delightful.
No? I did used to
Actually,
be a
let me
nurse, so I
check.
suppose this is my nurse's outfit.
I technically have a I technically have a disguised kit and a costume. I have 2 costumes, so I kind of like rifle through my bag a bit, and I pull out like a face mask and one of those like blue caps that is like a cloth bowl that can be placed on his head. Not like full scrubs, but enough.
Perfect, perfect. And now you. I have the perfect role for you, big boy. You can be the worried mother.
I do worried, all right, but I'm no mother. But I'll be watching you, Volo, to make sure there's no messing about going on here. I don't like bored scribes poking around in my allies' heads.
Don't worry, he should be alright. He is a trustworthy figure.
You've said that about Timon. And yet, despite claiming to have come to the Hells before, he's nowhere in this one's records. The whole thing stinks.
Yeah, Timon's, he's a flippy floppy. I'm not fully sure about him, but Bolo, I've heard the stories throughout my entire life. Things could get painful, but I'm nothing I'm not expecting. I'm fully ready.
He trusts you. He'll let you poke his eye about. I'll be watching you. You've been warned. And just to check, so this thing is basically like a clockwork amulet, but as an eye. So instead of just attack rolls, Mek would be able to get like a 10 on any D20 dice roll, and then still add like his modifiers and stuff to it.
Absolutely.
Cool. That is quite a cool ability, to be fair.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna work best on the bard with like really good skills.
Yeah, fair.
Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. You're the sheepish little nurse. You're the staunch, strong, silent type. Oh, we love that stereotype, don't we? And you're the plucky adventurer. Now lay on the bench.
He like almost jumping with joy, full of giddy, just lays on the bench.
Okay. Although this bench doesn't seem super sanitary. There's dirt and everything all over.
There are absolutely no viruses or bugs or cruelly little worms in this world. Nothing that could hurt you.
He's got a good point there. This is kind of like, yeah, probably eat the dirt here.
If you say so. I suppose if you're getting infected, I can cure you.
If you're not happy, Ella, you say, I've seen you conjure countless diseases in our short time together. I feel like that's something you understand. So if you're not happy, you say. And you, eyeball boy, you listen to her. If she says clean the bench, you clean it. You've got plenty of time to do what you like.
Am I eyeball boy?
No, this one. Volo.
Oh, he's playing his part marvelously, isn't he? And you see Volo take out this long, to an untrained eye, it would look like a chisel. Hold still, friend.
That seems rather large, Volo. Do you think that'll go through his eye and straight into his brain?
No, you cut the ocular nerve like this, and then like this, remove the waste, and pop the shiny clean eye in its place.
Do I know whether he is...
I was going to say, is there some kind of check for whether that's...
Yeah, is that correct? Would that work?
Roll a medicine check.
So that's a -1.
Oh my god.
Somehow I always get the nat 1 on my wisdom skills.
I'm sorry, Mek.
How about you, Mek? Do you want to check?
I think my faith is fully in Volo's hands. He's like, I think it's the perfect description of I'm getting a tattoo from an artist that I love and does not care this artist's fucking cleanliness or sanity at all.
Okay, Toric, you don't know your eye holes from your arseholes. Ella, he comes up to you. You see here, and you see here, and he points at both sides of the eye. These connect to the still living optic nerve, removing all pain and allowing the effects of the magical item. See? Beyond that, you cannot really tell anything about the procedure. Now let's get chiseling. Deep breaths now, Mek. I'll hand you the eye. Nurse, take this. And Mek, you see this large chisel being placed directly in front of your eye as you are lying there. The sharp point headed straight towards you.
As far as I'm concerned,
feels like
this
I should be
seems
asleep.
legit. Sorry,
You
carry
wouldn't
on.
be asleep. You have to stay perfectly still.
All right, let us do it.
What if you slipped? It would be fine, really. But
Mac, do you want me to, perhaps, I could blind you if you want, and then maybe it wouldn't be as frightening.
That's tempting, but I think save your spell slot. I want to witness the whole ordeal.
chisel is above your head. Ella and Toric, you see his palm come above the head of the chisel. And with a 1, 2, 3, slap, he smacks the chisel down, and you, Mek, can feel one of your optic nerves being hacked clean through.
Oh, yes. All right.
See? Barely any blood. You take 1 point of damage.
Oh, it's not that bad. It still kind of hurts, though.
Oh, it's not done now. If you need to vomit, vomit afterwards. Take the chisel up to the other side of your head. 1, 2, 3.
Hang up that. Why'd you need to do both eyes?
The same eye. 2 optic nerves,
Oh.
chum.
Okay, that's what I thought he was going for the other eye.
I'm going to say he did. Just a little bit of a fake out. Making sure you're watching, staunch father.
It's fine. I didn't realise that he had 2 eyes. That's as far as my knowledge extends.
Thanks for looking out. I'm just crying blood.
Puts his hand over the head of the chisel, brings it to the other optic nerve of the same eye. He's already damaged. Don't worry, Dad. Slams it down. As it slides smoothly in between your eye socket, it cuts clean through the optic nerve. Oh, caught a few ragged edges there. Take 3 points of damage.
Okay, lovely. Oh, no. Just eye pooling with blood.
Yes. Very good. Beautiful bleeding, I must say. You're bleeding like a little treat.
My blood clean doesn't look clean.
Is your blood clean?
Yeah.
Okay, and now one final, just get the eye out of the socket. Puts the chisel over the top of your eye, his hand just above the head of the chisel. And 1, and 2, and 3. The chisel slams down, breaking through your skull just a little bit into your brain.
Hey, Oliver, guess how many hit points I have?
I don't know, how many hit points do you have?
I have 22.
You may have less now. You, Ella and Toric, you, as the last one, you feel like something came over this man. Something
Oh,
very
wait,
strange.
double checking. I don't know if... Yeah, we did go in a fight. I already hit 0. So I was just double checking my relentless endurance.
Yeah, because I've got about just over half my hit points.
That was half my hit points.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh,
I mean, I've still got 60 hit points. But...
Okay, you're paralyzed for 1 turn as this just sort of tickles into your brain as this sort of dark shadow looms over this creature.
What?
I can't believe you let me do this.
What's wrong with you?
I said I'd be watching your scribe prepare for bloody retribution if you've damaged him.
Oh, I think it should be you, the one who's preparing. Elminster walks from out beyond the shadow of a tree, both of his eyes sort of steaming black, and the warrior looms out. like the three of them are about to attack. Roll initiative.
Yeah, I figured that was
I am
coming.
down. I hope I roll low.
He suckered us in with fake eyeballs.
Yeah. Ella's still standing there awkwardly holding the magic eyeball. With Mek. Are you unconscious, Cash?
Yeah, that 22 put me to 0.
That kind
You
of
didn't take
explains
two-
the
you didn't
nat
take that
1 on
damage.
initiative.
You did not take that much damage. That was just like a d20 to hit.
Mm.
You took
Okay,
11
okay.
points of damage. You're paralyzed for 1 turn.
Still paralyzed.
Okay, so I'm at 11 then. Alrighty then.
That was his attack roll for the chisel that he was using at point blank range whilst you willingly let him slam it into your head. If he missed that, like, how?
Guys, you're so smart.
What can I say? I just love Volo. In and out of character.
Okay then. You see what perhaps once was the warrior lunge up towards you. Big man, big man, big man, big man, big man. And he will attempt to rumble into you, Toric.
Yeah, and that 20 will hit.
He delivers a suplex throw towards you. Both of you are knocked prone as he pins you with his enormous, sumptuously muscled body.
Fair enough.
That's a cool mechanic, not gonna lie. If they're struck 3 times, it's an automatic critical hit, because they're out.
That's cool. Yeah. It doesn't help when he crits with the first one, but... Just to be clear, is that if I'm struck 3 times by any attack or specifically a suplex from the warrior?
Rumble attack.
Okay, it's fine. Oh, it's me. Sorry. Can I use half my movement to stand up? And then the warrior has very kindly positioned himself prone on the ground in front of me, so I'd like to attack him with a halberd with advantage. But I'm going to rage first, because that's what barbarians do. In fact, no, my allies are standing immediately next to me. I won't rage on this occasion. I will... might as well use a spell since I'm not raging. So I will. Sorry, I'm taken by surprise by having gone first. I will use.
You weren't expecting to play in D&D tonight, were you?
I was not. No. I will use Searing Smite on the warrior, which is the next time I hit him, I basically set him on fire and do some fire damage to him. So suck it, Mr. Warrior. That will be 1 halberd hit to you. Oh, he's getting a crit back. Take that. So that will be 16 slashing damage to him. And then he's also going to receive 2d6 fire damage, which will be 4. So 20 points altogether. And then in order to put some distance between myself and my allies, I will move around the warrior and stand here. And that is my turn.
As your halberd hacks into the warrior, it's like you're bursting through a crust. And your halberd hacks through the surface. Inside there is just hollowness and nothing. And just this black mist begins to spool out of his body. Elminster turns towards the party. He raises up the 5 fingers of one of his hands, and you see 5 magic missiles fly out, 1 from each digit, and hurl towards you, Ella.
Okay. Automatically hit. It's 13 damage.
18 plus the ones, so that is 18 points of damage.
Wow.
Ella.
Yeah, these fly into Ella. She tries to bring up her shield to block, but they just fly around and just hit her straight in like the weak points in her armor. What, what even are you? Right, so Mek is still paralyzed. Ella is just going to lean down and just whisper like a short prayer, kind of holy power filling her, and just say, let's undo the damage you have done, and just cast lesser restoration on Mek here. And I'm going to end the paralyzed condition on him. And then I'm just going to stand right here. Oh, and I'm going to use a bonus action to use my new feature, Diagnosis, and give Mek the help action. So like any ability check or attack roll he makes next turn is made at advantage. And that's my turn.
As you said, who are you? Volo turns towards you. Why, we're the greatest heroes who time ever knew. All laid out here, all juicy and succulent, gnawed through down to the marrows. And then he will turn towards you and cast vicious mockery. Oh, all of your silly little tales, girl. I bet you will be barely worth the eating. Make a wisdom saving throw.
15. Sort of failed that. Nice.
You take 5 points of damage. You have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Why are you planning on eating us when you have all this delicious fruit everywhere?
He giggles maniacally as it is Mek's turn.
Mek will be jumping towards Volo with his pike, making 2 attacks. First one with advantage, because of the help action from Ella. That'll be a 25.
Hit.
Sweet. That's only minimal damage there. And then I'm gonna use my second attack. Fuck it, I'll use my inspiration I got for reading the session, because I'm gonna forget about it anyway. And just make it with advantage anyway.
That will
16.
hit.
Sweet! That will be also minimal damage. That really sucks. Not worth doing that. I'm going to bonus action. Are you guys losing health too, or have lost health?
Yes.
So I might as well. I'll pop this out because I got the spell slot for it. Mass healing word on all of us. We'll go level 3. 8 healing to everybody. And that will be my action as I kind of like, I don't know, put myself between... never mind. I was going to say put myself between Volo and Ella, but then the warrior's right there, so it doesn't really sound cool. Anyway, in my turn.
Okay, you know the film Death Becomes Her? One of the best films ever.
Not really. I'm not off the top of my head.
Okay, I'm just thinking we cancel the session and we just go watch Death Becomes Her because it's so fucking good. But I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to end this right here. Go watch Death Becomes Her. Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn.
Oh,
Sorry.
Meryl Streep, Bruce Willis, director Robert Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis movie, okay.
Some of the best special effects you'll ever see. I think it was made in
You
the late
always get
80s.
some interesting special effects with Robert Zemeckis.
It's so good. Okay.
Sorry, I don't think you heard me because I was muted, but thanks for the healing, man.
No problem.
Have you seen Death Becomes Her?
I have not.
I'm sad now.
I am
Okay.
classically uncultured.
You haven't seen any bloody Goldie Hawn movies, have you? Okay. Get ready to rumble! Will 27 hit you, Toric?
Yeah, it will.
The warrior will leap up and then leap at you, dealing 13 points of damage. As the two of you are... I think he's going to stay here. Two of you are knocked prone once more.
That's absolutely fine. It's an amusing mental image, I'm not going to lie.
It is your turn, Toric.
At the risk of being somewhat repetitive, I will stand up. This time I will use my action to rage, my bonus action to rage, should I say. Which means that anyone within 10 feet, which I think is the warrior and possibly Ella, is going to take a magical 3 points of fire damage as my swathing flames swirl around me. On the warrior's turn, I need him to make a constitution saving throw, please. Yeah, he would take 4 fire damage because he's still on fire. That fire does peter out as I rage, weirdly, because I have to concentrate on the flames, and somehow concentrating on the flames surrounding me removes my concentration on the flames surrounding him.
I can only concentrate on one fire at a time.
Exactly. I like to imagine that I kind of suck the flames sort of off his person and start them swirling around me as I then swing my halberd down at his proned warrior form. We're not going to forget that I can attack twice this time. That is a 17 and a 27 to hit him.
Both will hit.
In which case, he will take 17... No, he won't. He will take 21 slashing damage, because I also have rage bonus. 21. And that is my turn.
You've hacked and burnt away. It's like an outer shell which is almost fully collapsed. There are still traces of his once muscular form, and inside there are shadows forming a wispy imitation of his body, of his rippled abs and taut muscles. But apart from that, it is just inside this creature there is a this hollowest creature, there is a churning darkness.
How's he not dead?
Once Elminster turns to the party, you see his hand roar up inside a burning, swirling heap of flames, and he will cast Fireball in this area. Oopsie doodle. In this area.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Oh, that's supposed to be normal, not advantage. Damn, doesn't matter.
At least he's getting the warrior, too.
You all take 21
Mek
points
goes-
of... Sorry. You all
Mek
take 21
goes
points
down.
of fire damage. The warrior is entirely consumed by the flames and is gone. Ella.
I thought he was your friend. She kind of looks over at Elminster in horror. And Mek, you're down?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. 2 first level spell slots. I'm going to use one of them to cast. Sorry. No, I think this is. Was Healing Word? Healing Word is 1d4. I'm gonna use one of them to cast Healing Word on you as like a bonus action. So you regain 1d4 plus 5. And then due to my features, it's going to be plus 5 and plus 3, I believe. It's plus my spellcasting modifier, and then plus my spellcasting modifier again, and then the level of the spell, which is 1. It's 2. So you're gaining this much hit points, 15 hit points,
Shit.
and towards 0. You gain resistance to all damage and saving throws until the end of your next turn. So you just feel a warm light being blessed into you. And that was my bonus action. I'm going to use my action, which is to walk up here and cast Word of Radiance. Each creature within 5 feet, so it's just going to be Volo, has to make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d6 radiant damage. Ilmater cast you down, and 2d6. There we go. 7 radiant damage to him. And that's my turn.
The light pours through this creature. You see it eroding like a coast under the savages of a heaving storm. More of his body breaks away, more of his frail form, and some of the shadows within are banished out. Once more he cackles. He'll make a vicious mockery towards you, Toric. a little spirit, a little strength, you will be even more delicious. Wisdom saving throw, Toric.
Yeah, that's not my speciality.
You take
That'll be a
9 points of
10.
damage, disadvantage on next attack.
I am very heavily injured.
That's what I like to hear.
And it's annoying because he's been attacking me with fire and psychic, and I can't reduce those.
Oh, flip. Mek, your turn.
I think Mek's gonna start things off, seeing his team all bloodied and everything, and I'm going to mass healing word on the party again. Not great, but it's some health to everybody. Then first attack out at Volo, with my pike, with advantage on the first one. Oh, rolling like shit today. And second one normal.
That will hit.
Alright, second one does hit, thankfully. 9 piercing damage to him. And I try to save these for crits, but I think we just need the damage right now regardless, and I don't have a lot of resources. Watch me crit next round anyway, but I'm just gonna do that to roll an extra damage dice. So that's gonna be 3, not 7 added onto that. So that'll be 12 points of damage total. That is my action. Bonus action. I think I'll move... No, I'll move here so that Toric... I'll just stay put so Toric can still rush up on Volo if he wants. And I will end turn there.
As you swing to this creature, when you're hitting the shadow parts of its body, it's like swinging through a thick, soupy mist. As you're cleaving away at the shell of its form, you're hacking away this granite or this lumpy mass of clay and producing a false shell. Toric.
How deep is this pond? Is it like swimming or is it like paddling?
You can see through the crystal, that's a new word. Through the crystal clear waters, it is about 5 foot deep. I'm going to say about 3 foot deep. It would make it difficult terrain, but you could walk through it.
Okay. So it would be 10 feet to get to there, then essentially 20, 30, 40 would get me there. Okay. I won't go through the lake then. What I will do is do the smart thing, and I'd like to run over the warrior's dead body, around the back of my friends, and onto this wall here. And I'm going to run round so that I'm positioned between Volo and Elminster. Pop off a quick bonus action Storm Aura to do 3 points of damage to them both. And then, because my halberd has reach, I can actually attack. I'm going to attack them both. I will attack Volo first with disadvantage, because he mocked me, which would be a 10 to hit.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, fair enough. And then I'll attack Elminster with a 16 to hit.
It strikes into his craggy shell. Roll damage.
Nice. Doesn't see it coming after I attack his mate. It'd be 14 slashing damage to him. But that is all I can do.
That furious strike with your halberd into this wizard, you see it just crash into him. About half of his body collapses away. He now has half a face, his nose still there, poking out like a beak, his mouth still peeping open as he laughs his hideous mocking laugh. He will take 1, 2, 3 steps back. His hand lights up, the one that remains to him, and will cast his magic missiles out at you, Mumbly Jefferson Toric.
Okay. How many missiles is he shooting out at me?
5.
Okay.
That was not what I was supposed to roll.
No, it was not.
Take 17 points of damage as they crash into you.
I am down. But he did waste several darts on me, the fool.
Hello.
I'm going to use my last spell slot to go over to Toric. Just kind of stand here on the rock here. Don't fall. And cast Cure Wounds on you. It's going to be 1d8 plus 13.
Plus 13?
Plus, because I add, the spell adds my spellcasting ability, and then I add Disciple Life plus 3 for first level spell.
Ah.
And then from this other one, I add another
You
feature.
have explained this before.
Yeah. It's 19 healing too.
Wow, that's
And that was
Holy
my
shit.
action. So that's my turn.
that's good.
This mockery Volo will use a hideous laughter at you. Ella. Oh, these creatures aren't our friends. Just rival scavengers. How we have feasted for so long.
19.
Yeah, you're tough. You're still wearing a nurse's outfit. You're fine.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing there is that it doesn't affect a creature with an intelligence of 4 or less.
You salty little bitch. You gotta watch this one. He grew up on the streets of Eastleigh.
You gonna take that, Ryan?
Well, you're saying I have an intelligence of 4 or less?
That
I guess I do, because I didn't get the insults.
I'm saying nothing now.
Ouch.
You've just given me your own
Yeah.
punchline there.
I thought we were friends, man.
It's fine. I'm talking about your character, not you. Sorry.
But, starting my turn, I'm going to...
I think I will cast another mass healing word, because it's just a bonus action, and everyone's fucking low. We'll do it at 4th level this time. That's well worth it. I know it's no plus 13, but hey, it's a little boost. So it'll be 12 added to everybody,
That's good.
Let's start
and
feeling between us.
yeah, we got some good heals. Then for my action, I'm going to stand here, and I'll attack Volo with my pike. 19 for the first attack, and...
You have advantage.
Oh, so that is the first attack. And then the second one, 17.
Both will hit.
I was almost rolled a 10 on that one. So 16 points damage to Volo.
Do you want to describe how this mockery Volo dies?
I kind of lunge behind him with my pike and stab through him in the back, plunging him onto my pike. I'm a little out of it.
He shatters and falls away like an ancient statue. The black mist inside his body dissipates away, almost with an acrid smell which catches the corners of your nostrils.
They're stinky.
That's me.
Just to be clear, do I get advantage on my first attack because you brought me back to life, Ella?
Yes.
Ah, nice. In that case, I would like to charge furiously towards this pain in the arse wizard over here, and I would like to shave his beard with my halberd, and hopefully I don't go too deep. It's a 27 to hit.
It's a hit.
That will be 8 slashing damage to him, and I will follow up with another swing, which is a 19 to hit,
Hit.
which is 13 slashing damage.
Want to describe how this creature dies?
Yeah, I think I swing the halberd furiously, slicing his beard off, and then sort of bring it back round with the for a sort of backswing, and they've got that little spiky bit on, so I think I just jab it straight into his shoulder and knock him to the ground, felled like an oak tree.
He hits the ground, he shatters and dissipates. End of combat.
Looking around, did the sort of mockery of Volo leave behind perhaps a guide of any sorts?
Mockery Volo, the eye that he gave you still is heavy in your pocket, Ella, and the tome that he was writing remains solid and on that bench.
Oh, he didn't get to put the eye in, so like that whole fight I had one eye?
Well, the other eye was still inside. He didn't quite chisel it out, but it's sort of floppy. You're still going to knock out your own head.
I think end of combat, Mek bleeding from his eye is just going to take a dagger and finish the work.
Ella kind of flinches.
I was just about to offer to heal your eye with some magical healing, but hey, if you want to skewer it on a dagger, you do you.
I like, because you said it's kind of like dangling out. Yeah, I just kind of like pull it out and then just slice it off before anyone can really like do anything. It's kind of like watching somebody like rip off a hangnail that's way too hard, or like Yeah, something like that. Watching someone rip out a tooth, you're like, dude, that's not how you should do that.
The wet, ruined meat plops onto the ground.
Can I see the one he had?
Right, here we go.
And I just try to, like, palm it into my eye socket, and, like, pop it back in.
This thing was clearly designed to follow its own function. When it gets inside your eye socket, it subtly corrects its position so it aligns with your optic nerves. Parts of it attach. The pain you were feeling, the agony of these two raw bleeding nerves jangle in your eye socket, ceases instantly. You see clearly through the eye. Everything has a slight bronze hue, which slowly fades. Yes, it is now fully attached and fully functional.
I just look at the party and I go, how do I look? Kind of blinking through the blood, kind of crusting over a bit.
Look good?
Well, right now you look terribly injured and in pain, but I think it looks not bad.
So
Yeah,
just,
I mean, go ahead.
so just to be clear, a man who tries to kill you and put a enchanted magical eye in your head, you finish him off and you decide to put the enchanted magical eye in your head with no idea what it does and who could be watching out of it.
Out of character, I think a little bit. I think maybe not Mek has seen these things before, but definitely like he knows magical prosthetics exist out there. So he kind of just shrugs a bit. He goes,
Whether or not there was a real Volo that's for the gods to decide. But it's still an experience worth
"This," and he kind of like points at the eye, blinks through it a bit.
It does look pretty cool.
Very well.
It's kind of cool, but
What
Here's
colour
some
are
left this.
Mek's normal eyes?
Oh, he's got like I'd say like baby blue eyes, but you almost never notice because his pupils are so huge almost all the time.
Okay. So you've basically got one eye with like a massive pupil and then a sort of dilated bronzy yellowy eye.
I mean,
Yeah.
so does it still work the same as your other eye, or do you see things differently?
I look around. Does anything look anything different?
I'm so tempted to say it's like one of those X-ray glasses things you got on the back of, children's magazines in the 50s. But no, it is just... It functions perfectly. The bronze hue slightly dimming with each passing moment, with each blink, as it's settling down to becoming a regular eye.
Well, seems pretty normal. Just a bit more sturdy, and when I blink, it kind of feels like sandpaper.
That's unfortunate.
It's not that bad, but to some it could be bad.
I think given the circumstances that you just plucked your own eye out of your head, I think that's probably the best you could hope for.
And true,
I
you
think you've been
Yeah, that
incredibly
hurt.
lucky.
have an incredible pain tolerance. I've seen a lot of people whose eyes like melted or started bleeding or kind of just rotted out, and they were all like screaming in pain. So
It-
it's kind of impressive.
Honestly, yeah, I've probably come close to dying quite a bit. Something about us orcs where we can bounce back quite well. So yeah, I've never really had too much of an issue. Things just should be a little easier in that department.
I've got to say, you both have something of a gift for the restoration of life and vigour, and it's not for the first time I've been grateful to have you about.
Speaking of restoration, we're all pretty dinged up. Should we take an hour and kind of rest about? Wait for Timon? Maybe not run into any other puppets or shadows or figures?
Oh, so what do you think they are? Were they truly, great heroes they said, or something else?
I want to look at the tome that he left behind. See if that could maybe answer some of those questions.
Absolutely. This is a heaving, chunky book, covered in red dyed leather on the front, beautifully constructed.
What's the title? Or is there one?
On the front, you see the words Volo's Volume of Legends. Do you open it, Mek?
Yeah, I think I kind of paw through it in sight of everyone, like in a way where like we're all kind of looking through it.
At first,
Um,
the stories are wonderfully written, sparkling tales of great legends of yore. Eventually, the writing becomes sort of sketchier and more scratchety, almost like the written like the legs of spiders on the paper, like the hand was juddering and shuddering. And near the end, as you're about halfway through, you get to a strange passage, something written on a hand, desperate to continue writing. You read this.
Heroes of the past have been fed upon. We forget all we have done, all we were, now empty. Wraiths of the past, occasionally puppeted by the demons that plague them, puppets to those who devoured us, who fared upon the taste of our glory. In this tome I write of my story, and of the stories of all the other greats I found here, but it is unfinished. Write about the evil you find here, and write about how you overcame it. Let your legend rise to our own. We were not meant to live eternally, to grasp on and on. We are stars whose light and shine must conclude. We cannot be everlasting, but our legends can become a legend mortal. Interesting.
It's disturbing. So it seems like the real Volo and these other heroes were all fed upon by demons that then puppeted them somehow.
Yes. I'm gonna scoop this book up and I I think I'll make this my new journal and also kind of study it whenever I can. Might have some answers Timon's not giving us. Oh.
Ooh, that's cool.
mm.
Have we?
So,
No, I guess we haven't gotten to a circle of hell yet.
but when we finish one and write in the book, we get something boony.
Get boons.
While Mek is looking through the book, I would like to see how much of this enchanted, magical, lovely tasting fruit I can gather up to try and make some sort of rations to take with me. Because I have a very limited source of food on this little journey on account of having left all of it with my retainers.
The trees are heaving like a fruit tree that's ready to be harvested. You could think you could probably gain tons of fruit just by the trees in your immediate vicinity.
I will gather a good quantity of fruit to keep me going for at least a few days.
Roll 1d10 plus 5.
That'd be 6.
Think you have 6 days worth of food from what you have gathered.
Cool. That should put me on a normal amount with the little that I was carrying. And
I
are
think
we
as
taking a short rest?
Okay.
Cool. I'm going to take an hour to spend some hit dice.
See you in an hour. It's a lot of hit dice you have to spend.
So you've all had an hour to rest.
Yes.
Indeed.
As you near the end of your hour, you hear something bumping through the trees, something heading towards you. It comes closer and closer. It comes into view.
What's there, foul demon?
It is your vessel. Listing awkwardly as it comes through the trees.
Does it seem to be? Is there anyone on it?
As you search, you look up the railings. You see a slumped figure. It's heaving slightly over the edge of the boat.
Timon, is
Is
that
in
you?
like injured?
The boat grows a little closer, and you see the oar tumble down onto the floor of the forest.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Yeah, can I run up to the boat to get closer to this slumped figure?
Figure's now out of view, slumped back onto the boat now. But the boat itself, apart from being slightly askew, is quite simple to climb up.
Nice, I think Timon might be really hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna climb up the boat.
As you reach the top of the vessel, you see a boat covered in a thin layer of blood, and your guide lays leaning against the mast of the ship. Things are different than when last I was here.
Oh no. Those puppet things attack you too?
Something like that, yes. Something ghastly.
I demand you let the cat DM. This is unacceptable.
Yes, he's clearly, though he's leaning on one side of his body, he appears to be missing an arm.
Timon, it's not good. You don't have an arm. I don't know. Would my healing work on you?
Don't waste it. It'll all be fine. Given time. And as he says that, the blood that's on the boat is sort of disappearing. It's evaporating away into the air slowly.
Not usually how blood works. So I guess I assume the friend you were here to meet, perhaps won't be helping us after all.
He looks at you all sadly. Corruptio optimi pessima. And then just stops
Come again,
talking.
friend. I don't speak Dwarvish.
The fall of the best is the worst.
If they died here, where did they go? Where did they end up?
The heroes?
Heroes? I suppose anyone, really.
I don't think they died here. I think they were consumed. All that was left of them, their bodies had decayed. Their souls. I think they're simply gone now.
And what happens to us if we die here?
I'm uncertain. I imagine we'd be processed along with all the others. We'd find our eternal torment. Whatever we deserve.
Best to avoid that then, really.
Be good.
Ideally.
These demons that consumed these heroes and took them over somehow. Are there lots of demons that can do things like that? I'd rather keep my soul, thank you very much. And as far as I know, those heroes, weren't they supposed to be some of the most powerful people in all of the land?
They were the most powerful, yes. And as for the number of demons, I suppose there's anywhere from 0 to a literal infinity of them.
Okay, fair. So, considering that, and I hate to ask something of you while you were in such pain, perhaps we should get out of here before those demons do the same to us. What happened to these poor heroes?
Absolutely. Sounds slightly delirious from loss of blood.
I mean,
Where's the ore? Where's the ore?
Yeah, can I go and hand him the ore?
The ore is bobbing up and down as if in water near the boat, but there is no water. If you try to hand it to him, he reaches out with his missing arm, or correcting himself and reaches out with the one that still remains.
Right, perhaps one of us, Timon, should leave the boat out of here if you just tell us where to go. And then you can rest and, heal up.
Certainly. He gives you directions for where to go. Where you're leaving this level is through a temple, one dedicated to mortal virtue. But before I sleep for a long time, just in case we are separated a little more permanently, He reaches into his robes and pulls out a number of scrolls. These can be used to bring back those you love when we've freed them from this place. They appear to be written in crystalline ink, like ink made out of actual crystals.
Ooh. And you say he's got several of these, has he?
We all have 3 each.
We all have 3 each.
What's
Is-
going on?
is-
Sorry.
This is what you sacrificed your arm for?
Oh no, I made them up a while ago. This is nothing. I've believe you me, I've been stabbed, beaten to a pulp, cut into multiple pieces and boiled in a cauldron. This is nothing really.
Yes, I mean, through suffering, you become stronger and find salvation. So it's really not so bad.
Really, I find I just remain the same. Literally exactly the same. And with that, he makes to try to find some rest.
Very well. I think we will all board the boat, I imagine. And I will gesture dramatically for Ella to take the reins of the oar.
The rain,
The reins
right?
of the oar.
Ella gets out some reins from like a horse and just saddles up the oar and leads us towards this temple.
I play the flute and give you your little owl friend to make it easier.
I think I have advantage on the ship wisdom checks, I believe. From the like the last time we did this.
Mechanically, I still do it.
Okay, fair.
Still do it for fun.
Do you want to produce some kind of merry music, Cash?
Yeah, I think that's basically what Mek's doing, like rowing music, keeping the tune going, trying to keep the morale just a little up.
Yeah, you take the reins of the oar of the boat like a duck to water. Yes, the boat starts going in whichever direction you choose as Timon slumps off.
Yeah. Ella just snaps the reins. All right, boat, come on, to the temple.
As you're leading us there, Toric will sort of probably stood a little way off in the boat, not immediately in front of you, but will basically reach down and out of like the front of his trousers begins to pull out like a sort of waterproof purse, effectively, like a sort of pouch where he keeps his most valuable items, and begins to stow the 3 animation scrolls that he has been gifted in this little pouch. He's also got another sort of piece of parchment and a ring that he sort of pulls out, has a little look at, stuffs back in, and then sticks it all back down the front of his trousers for safekeeping.
I imagine. So you said you're standing away, and like so, I imagine Ella's looking from you behind, and it just looks like you're just reaching in the front of your pants.
Bit of readjustment, you know.
Yeah.
I really thought when you said you're reaching the front of your trousers, you were going to go have a pee.
I
Multiple
thought so, too.
times.
I was like, that is interesting. All right, interesting choice.
Really role playing all the gritty details.
Yeah, I mean, I
think
could
Mek
see
seen-
that.
I think Mek seeing that just goes, oh yeah, the wedges are why I don't wear armor like that. I'll give you privacy. And just kind of like averts his eyes a bit.
Actually, that's kind of a good place where to hide things. Because yeah, well, hey, if they see you reaching down there.
Start hiding things in my underwear.
I mean, it's probably uncomfortable as hell, but you know, it's not me that has to keep a wallet in my pants. Yeah, you can lead us on to your temple destination.
Journey is quite long. As you lead, there are pathways here and there through this thick, ancient-looking forest. take about 4 or 5 hours still following the directions. And from the corners of your eyes, you see these pale, limp wraiths-like creatures just appear. Some of them scuttling away from you, some of them reaching out what appear like arms towards you as you continue your slow journey towards this temple.
So, like, how far away are these, like, wraiths then? Sort of, like, next to the boat?
About, I don't know, about 10 feet away, slow moving, crawling onto the ground like heavy smoke.
Do we get the impression that they could, like, interact with the boat if they so wished? Or are we travelling in a different, not necessarily plane, but a different sort of space to them?
But in this world, ghosts exist, which
Yeah.
are in a way from the... They appear to be more like ghosts, which in this world can interact with the living and the real.
Okay, but they've chosen not to.
Just limply crawling on the ground, perhaps marking you, perhaps doing nothing at all, just crawling mindlessly. Here and there you see what appears to be the memory, vague outline of a tall stance or a mote of valor that catches your eye, but only as contrast to their withered, shadowy form.
I say, does anyone else see these figures of undeath surrounding our vessel?
I've been trying not to look at them.
What do you think they are?
They seem to be, I don't know, the ghosts of those people that once lived here. I think perhaps something terrible happened to this place, and they are all that remain.
Indeed. What was it that that scribe fella had written in his book about heroes being gone and eaten or something or other?
I
It
think
talks
Ella...
about... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think Ella would look to you, Mek.
It talks about just how these guys were puppeted by the demons, and well, much of it's just achievements.
Didn't it say something about we forget all we have done, all we were now empty, wraiths of the past?
Yes.
I think that was meant to be literal.
Those wraiths?
I think so. They're, perhaps once heroes that now, because whoever was supposed to be watching over this place, I suppose failed, or I don't know what happened here, but it seems now they have completely forgotten all they once were.
So, can we use that book to remind them? Does it tell them who they were, or do we just let them float eternally?
Yeah, I'll flip through. Are there any sort of like stories that look like they might match any of these wraiths?
The wraiths, it's like it's like a bird that's covered in thick oil, trying to determine its breed from, the detail. A bird that would be, identified by the details of its beak when it is covered in inch-thick oil. They are almost perfectly indistinguishable from one another and barely even have form.
Perhaps, what if we somehow gathered all these wraiths together and just, recited all the stories to them?
Not a bad idea. Perhaps we could inspire some change in some of these creatures.
I mean, this place seems so awful. That was a good idea. We should do something.
I think with that, Mek's gonna go to like the very front of the ship and kind of hang out the top, kind of perch one leg up and just start like reciting different stories from it. hoping to inspire whatever race we pass, and yeah.
You flick through the tome, you hear stories, you read the legends of the great heroes, of Drizzt, various other warriors, nobles, healers, and wizards. As you look out, you're not sure that these creatures have even the means of hearing your words.
I try to perform it, like put some oomph into it, like act out some of them, seeing that maybe they're not getting it. I try to put some more effort into my performance.
Go for it.
That'll be normal performance. Damn, today's not my day for rolls.
It's not bad. 17.
Yeah, could we like help him out somehow? Give him advantage?
What would
Do
the
like
form of you helping him take?
Could I cast thaumaturgy on him to make his like voice boom louder? Perhaps?
Your voice booms out. I'm going to say you get advantage, Mek. As
Really
your
well?
deep, powerful voice booms through this gentle, peaceful, beautiful forest. And you feel as if you are casting seeds onto a stony beach. Your words are not followed. Your words are not marked. You hear nothing back from the wraiths that crawl amongst these great roots.
I think Mek just like snaps the book shut with one hand like a theater teacher and just goes, "Well, I guess they're not patrons of the arts."
It was worth a try. I felt you performed it very admirably, but as you say, if they don't wish to hear, then you can't do nothing.
Suppose it's just another place we have to leave forsaken and empty. Why does
As you
everything
continue,
about this just so awful? Sorry, go on.
oh no, as you said, that the cat is just running through the corridor at the moment. What did you say?
Oh, I think Ella was just expressing her frustration. She was like, why does everything here have to be so awful? You know, like the one good place we found, and this is how it is.
Downhill from here. Yeah, unless any of you do anything, you will make the rest of your another 4 hours. All of you will get a long rest.
Nice. Glad I spent all them hit dice before.
You never know.
If you reach the end of your journey, you see Timon climbing up onto the boat. You believe you have reached what appears to be a cemetery. A cemetery outside a church. Timon, as he stands amongst you, seeming exactly as you initially met him, robes shining white, his tall body firm, runs his hands across his head. It was never supposed to happen. This was never supposed to happen. I'm never supposed to touch this place. Shaking his head back and forth as he joins you.
What place? What are you on about?
This place was always supposed to be a sanctuary. It no longer matters. We have arrived. Timon appears on the vessel, looks around, and points at this enormous monument. Here lie those honorable souls who fell in a great battle long ago. He climbs down from the boat.
I mean, why does the afterlife need a cemetery?
Commemorate those honorable souls. They had almost fully slipped away into time, into nothingness. Only the thinnest fog of them could be reclaimed. They could not take physical form. They were buried here in honor.
So they, I guess I'm confused. So they were mortal, then they died, but there was not enough of them to carry on to the afterlife. So that's why we have graves.
Found too late, yes. Anyway, we must go through those doors. and the vessel will not fit. So,
You say they're not meant to be here and that something is wrong with this place. It seems to me that you are a little bit lost in this place, Timon. You've already mentioned to us back when we first met about someone who was in charge of this realm, this domain, and how you would like to stop them. Is it them that's been changing things, stopping stuff being how you remember it?
devils are unpredictable creatures, are they not? He says, a weak, faltering smile pasted on what sound.
So basically, Timon mentioned when we first met him that there was a devil in charge of the hells. I can't remember if he actually gave us their name or not.
Asmodeus.
Yes, yeah, but he did mention wanting to stop Asmodeus, if at all possible, maybe as part of his plan. I was just asking him because he seems to have had a few occasions like this where he arrives, someone goes, "Oh, this isn't how it should be," and this has changed. Whether it was this devil Asmodeus that had changed the way things were, and whether this was what he had disliked about the chap.
Devils are finicky, what can I say? Anyway, I must bring the boat down now, so disembark briefly.
Timon, do you think if we, I don't know, defeated or maybe talked to this Asmodeus creature, that, well, we could get things like here and another place better? To, make them not so awful?
No, cannot shine light on pure darkness. Perhaps we can slay him, which would be impossible. Perhaps we can scuttle through this rancid hell, take what few glittering diamonds we can from the filth, and escape. Which is also basically impossible. Adventures have been built on less, yes.
I suppose so. I guess that's your opinion, but I can't help but think that you're here for something bigger.
You are adorable at times. Mek, if you could gesture slightly towards the ground, Mek.
I don't know why you ask him anything, Ella. We never get a straight answer out of this guide of ours.
Trying his best. Or maybe not.
Has our boat just disappeared?
You see Timon reach out both of his hands in the direction of the boat, brings his hands closer and closer, as you see the boat shrink down and down, till eventually in his palms there is a small model boat he places inside his pocket.
My God, I'd love to get me one of those. Right, so why is it we need to go through these doors then, Timon?
Portal out.
And this portal is the one that will lead us to hell then?
Deeper into hell. Technically, this was a level of hell.
Oh.
Should have been separate from the others, but plans.
Limbo, right?
Yes. The sacred, peaceful gardens of Limbo. The honourable souls, without gods, could rest eternally. Such a peaceful, beautiful story.
We'll find a way to make it right.
All right, lead the way then, guide.
As you say that, on this enormous monument to the dead, you see lights begin to appear. Lights in the shape of words appear on the four walls of this monument. Something stirs in this cemetery. It begins, the trees and the branches and the bushes begin to just wisp slightly to a wind which you cannot otherwise feel.
What do the words say?
You would have to grow closer.
If no one else is going to.
Can I use divine sense on this monument, which should let me know if there's something that has been consecrated or desecrated in a 60-foot radius? I feel that would give me a good idea of whether this place is still somewhat deified or worse.
Make a religion check.
Possibly sort of bend down and just sort of feel the stillness of the ground. Take it all in. There's a 19.
I feel this place was consecrated not to any gods, but just to human greatness and to human valor. I don't believe that its consecration has lasted however many aeons this place has existed. You feel you may be in the presence of undead, but you cannot see where.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Does anyone else hear that whispering?
We should be careful. I feel this place is not unhallowed, as it were. There's some level of devotion still to this place, but there's also the feeling of undeath that leaks around here. You should be careful of that monument.
All right. Yeah. Can I just stand as soon as Toric says to be careful? I think Ella would kind of stop where she is. It's like kind of 5-10 feet away from the monument. Can I make out what these words are from here?
You see an inscription in words that you don't think you should recognize the script, yet somehow you understand their meaning. Speak.
What was that?
Hmm?
What was the whisper?
Speak, I think they said.
Oh. Hello? Is someone there?
You hear nothing.
And what was the meaning of the words? Was it just speak?
What words?
Well, the words that you said I could not read but could understand the meaning of.
Oh, they appear to be an epitaph to the fallen.
Just kind of look around. All right. Do you want me to read this?
You feel something, and the bushes around you begin to sway gently.
Right. I know perhaps this place was not dedicated to any gods, but it was dedicated to a faith of sorts. So I'll do my best. What does this epitaph say? Or can I just kind of read it out loud?
It says that.
I think Ella will kind of get down on her knees and just kind of almost reverently, like a prayer, and just kind of say this. This patch of ground holds Philip's son, Amnator, a soldier made tough by iron war. No painful sickness dragged him down to the house of darkness. He died holding a shield over a friend. Not sure what that means.
As you say that, you see a figure clad in armor here on the wisps near you, to stand, his head low.
Does he just look like a normal person?
Armor appears ancient, about the height of an ordinary human being. You cannot see any of his features as his armor obscures them.
Hello? All right.
It points to the monument, and on one of the other side of the monument, lights have appeared.
Guess you want me to read that too? I think Ella would just kind of look back to her companions.
Oh, read it before he tries to kill us.
Okay. Good point.
I'm gonna follow her just a little bit. Just in
yeah.
case you need it, I'll inspire you as well.
Oh yeah. Can I read out this next passage?
I'll move to intercede with the knight and block the path to my allies. Read away.
Fair. What does this one say? I wish fast ships had never been created. We wouldn't be standing here now, mourning Sopolis, Diocleides' son. His homeless corpse floats lost at sea, while we bow our heads in passing, not to him, to a name on an empty tomb.
As you say that, from the wisps comes another ghost. This one, the same armor, now appears sodden with water. Lights appear on another side of the monument.
Go again.
You've started some kind of ritual.
You sure we ought to be summoning more of these? Things.
It seems to be helping them. Although maybe...
Can I sort of peer this one in front of me over, see if there's anything under this armor? What kind of thing this is?
It doesn't, because it's not actually, it appears to be a ghost of some kind of shade. You don't think that you could separate off like the parts of a ghost. You can't cut a ghost's fingernails. It doesn't have that kind of physical form.
Okay.
Our towering friendship, I've raised this little stone. Sabinus, I will look for you forever. If things turn out as people say, and you join the dead, drink from the river that makes men forget. Don't drink the drop that makes you forget me.
Near you, Mek, appears a third figure, and lights appear on the fourth side of the monument.
What were the names we've had so far? Sorry, Philip, Diocles.
No, it's Amnitor, who's Philip's son. Who's the other one? Yeah, Diocletus and Sabinus.
Philip seems a little out of place with all those names.
Do you know who Alexander the Great's father, what his name was?
Was it Philip?
Philip of Macedon.
Oh, you're good. Like another weird thing. You know the name Tiffany?
Yeah?
That is a stereotypical medieval name.
No way.
Lots of women called Tiffany. Like, it's something called the Tiffany effect. Like, you can't put Tiffany in a fantasy novel because it sounds like a name that was invented in the 70s, but it really wasn't.
That's actually super interesting.
Funny.
Surprised we've never had I don't know, like a British king or queen named Tiffany.
I mean,
There's Princess Theophanu. I think that is just the long version of Tiffany.
Theophanu
did you see
is the long version of Tiffany?
Did you say Diocletes? Because the only thing I'm thinking there is Diocletian, the former Roman emperor.
Sorry, I didn't copy and paste it. It's Diocletus. That's how I or Diocletes. It's also
Ooh, that's very Greek.
Theophanes.
There's definitely something Greco-Roman about those names. But I don't know that in character I would know anything about that.
Yeah, the words shine out on this monument.
What these words say? Now you lie face up beneath the stars, my star. If only I were the night sky, I would gaze upon you with my many eyes.
As you say that, fourth figure appears, and the monument itself begins to crumble away. Stone by stone, crumbles into ash, blown by the soft, gentle breeze around you. Stone by stone, it erodes and fades away into memory. All figures that stand, most guarding it, fade away too, till there is only something small left where once a great monument stood.
That's I didn't mean to do that.
I'm concerned about what it is you have done, but it turned out a lot less bad than I was expecting, so hopefully you just put their souls to rest or something, you know?
I hope so. Yeah, can I go and check out what was left behind here?
Appears to be made of something of shining metal. As you appear, its protean form takes the shape of what you desire it to take the shape of. You found the Aegis of Honor. This protean item takes the form of a shield, granting +1 AC, or any weapon granting +1 to hit and damage. In addition, the wielder may bind themselves to their allies. Whenever one falls to 0 HP, the wielder of the Aegis may transfer 10 of their own HP to their ally. Effect can only be used once per long rest.
Yeah, I guess if thinking about exactly what it would be, I think it would probably, perhaps it like leaps onto Ella's shield and just like changes it. And now instead of the before where it was engraved the symbol of her god, now there is just the shape of what this monument once was.
You now have the Aegis of Honor.
Nice. I assume when you say it's a shield with +1 AC, that's like in addition to the +2 AC of a normal shield.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
just like a +1 shield.
That's fine. No, it's a shit shield. Don't use it as a shield.
It's terrible. The weapon only hits for 1 damage. It's awesome.
I would like to ask Timon, what was this ritual, Timon? Is this something you've seen before? A wilting mausoleum and ancient warriors appearing out of thin air? Or is it just more spookiness of this place?
Turns to you, a little sadly. Do you ever just walk through cemeteries? Do you ever feel the urge to read out their names? One of the greatest injustices is to be eternally forgotten. And he walks towards the temple.
I guess he's going to lead the way at last. I can read names if I wanted to.
Are there lots of... So there's this monument. Are there lots of, like, graves here?
There are many graves, and their names are long since worn away.
See why they wanted us to remember them before they became just like all these others.
Do you think anyone would ever remember our names?
I will.
Well, I plan on writing songs for all of you, so yes.
That's good. I'd make an effort to remember the two of you. I'm not sure I've actually got anyone left to remember my name. Not that's living, like.
It's part of why we're here, right? To save those who might remember us and we might remember them.
I guess so, I guess if anyone had someone else left, they probably wouldn't have taken the decision we have to come down here. What was it Timon said to me? The one left with nothing left to lose, something like that.
Timon leads you to the great old church. Pushes open the door. Creaks open. Yes, pilgrim.
I was just waiting to see whether you were opening the door first or whether you wanted us to do it. Never quite know with you, Timon.
Delightful. Inside the halls shine the strange fluorescent grey light. 7 tall statues stand, marvellous and magnificent. Plaque in front of each one. They appear totally undamaged by time, each one pristine with a strange, solemn majesty.
I think I want to step forward a bit closer to one of these and see if I can still sense that undead presence in this area. Because that's kind of got me on my guard. Definitely feeling a bit edgy.
You sense no undead.
Oh, I feel less edgy. I don't sense any evil presence here, if that were a worry.
And these are statues? Like, they don't look like they're gonna, like, spring to life?
How would you discern that?
Peer them up and down. Like, do they look like people who have been petrified? Do they look like constructs of some sort? I guess like an investigation or insight check of some kind.
Roll it.
Investigation.
None of them bear the marks that these are anything that you've just described. They appear to be great, solemn statues.
I go up and read the inscription on one of these statues. What does it say?
Kindness. And for you, Mek, charity.
And this one?
Kindness, charity.
Diligence. Yours, Mek, bears the word patience. The one you've just walked in front of bears the word humility. The one standing in front of you says justice.
As Mek's kind of like looking at the three over there, he just kind of says out loud, I think this is some kind of puzzle, maybe? I've never been great with them.
I mean, maybe they're just nice statues, you know, depicting the virtues of mortal men.
Do they look like they can move at all, or like be changed in any positions at all?
They look extremely heavy. Beautifully made. Very heavy.
I mean, what is this place?
This place is a monument The human good. 7 virtues to rival the 7 sins. You're supposed to stand as a testament, all the good that lasts, that survives, that endures. Foolish idea, really.
You brought us here because of what?
Points to the floor. There is the portal. We can get it open. And as you ponder the statues inside this temple, the statues to the 7 virtues, end of session.
Thank you all so much for watching our latest episode of Dicebound, our Chains of Asmodeus campaign here set with our DM Oliver, our players Dan, who played Toric, Ryan, who played Ella, and myself, Cashton, who played Mek and edited this here video. If you enjoy, there's more here on the channel, and have a nice day.